Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lina and this is Library of Diamonds, and in today's video we have a WIP and CHAT. I don't think I have even done the kitting up of this one on my channel yet, but it's fine. We're gonna be moving along. Oh shoot. Other thing is that this washi tape is from Simply Gilded, from a little pack that I got, like a mystery box that had at least 60 washi tapes, and this one came in there. This one in particular, I've been having some issues like reusing. I typically reuse my washi tape because even if I have so much right now, I don't like to feel very wasteful, so I do the best that I can. But something that I didn't notice when I picked this one up to use in this is that it has, let me show you, like it has, I don't think it's gonna be even visible anywhere. I don't know if you can see that, but it has like a dotted line in there. And then I was like, I wonder why. And then I noticed that each of the sections that has that like lined up in there actually is a total of seven little thingies. And then I was like, oh, they look like drops. And then I realized that it's probably for your daily your daily water kind of tracker or something like that. That's what I figured it could possibly be, and I think I'm right, honestly. I don't have my scissors, I don't have my cutter, I don't know where it is, so I'm doing this in a different way, in a slightly different way. But yeah, as I said, I just noticed that, and honestly, it's a brilliant idea to have the pre-perforated washi for that. And it has 8 little droplets. But there's that. I don't even know what I was gonna start talking about in today's video. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have waited to do this because I need to reload my pen with putty. So I'm gonna use like a previous plasticky thing. Do you see these? This is like all broken, but it's fine. It is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I need to change the washi. I need to change the putty right now. I'm using the putty from Diamond Painting Sparkles. I always forget. It's like, I don't know, it's a weird combination. I'm using Vampire Blood. It is a sample. It's one of the ones that were as a gift from the ones that I purchased from her, that she sent me some gifts. And I am the type of person who likes to use things like in order, so I tried all of them, but then now I'm focusing on working on one at a time. So I decided to start with this one that is as I said, a sample. I re-knead it and press it down again every now and then, just to make sure that I am putting the putty into my pen the way I like to put it. So yeah, let's do this. The way that I do it is I just press really, really hard like that. And then all of this, I just push it with my finger first. And then I grab my tweezers and press it like into, and excuse my nails. My nails are disgusting right now. And I press it down just to make sure that all of the putty is like very, very into the placer. And then I fold one of these like such, and then press down again, just to make sure that I'm ready to go. I do that again, and then I just clean that. And there we go. Great. So how are you guys? How are you doing with the craziness that we are in the world living right now? Isn't it frustrating and nonsensical? I'm sure that I am not the only one who is having so many thoughts about it, but I generally don't want to think about it. It's my happy place. I am about to start diamond painting. I can worry about it later, but no, why did this happen? This never happens. know. I think the putty got angry. You know what? It's fresh putty. Like, even if this putty is really, really good with ABs, I still shouldn't have started using the putty with ABs. You know what I mean? So that might be it. Let me just put it back in and kind of try to knead it as best as I can inside the placer. And maybe do it a little bit lighter. I don't know. But yes. Hello, how are you? This tariff situation, man. That person, I don't even know if he's a person. I don't even know if he's a human being. I don't even know if he has any morals or ethics or whatever. Like, I don't get it. I honestly, he's the most, it's nonsensical. Everything he does is nonsensical, you know? And, you know, man, leave my hobby alone. I just want to diamond paint without having to worry about a diamond painting costing $300, you know? And I'm really, really scared that that's going to be the case. It sucks. It really, really sucks. And I've been struggling for these past, at least this week, where I am working within a limit in my stash because I want it to be, I already got it under 20, but I want it to be under 15, or at least like between 10 and 15. I think that's going to be my happy number. That's what I think now, because I still want to get to at least 15 or under. And this week, at least in Diamond Art Club, there were two that I'm in love with. The one of the, I'm sorry that I don't remember the names, but it's the one with a dragon in the books. I loved it. I adored it. And I honestly thought about getting it, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it. It's fine. I can do without it. And then the Creasebug. The Creasebug with the kitties, you know, and that was really hard as well. I didn't purchase anything. I have not purchased anything. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, it's fine. It's gonna, you know, sell out. It didn't. It has not. My theory behind that is that maybe since they know Creasebug is a very popular artist, and that type of art is very, people tend to get it a lot because, you know, it's sentimental and, you know, many of the things. Maybe they stuck in a very heavy, big quantity. That's kind of like my theory about it. But I put that in my cart. The other one, it became out of stock pretty much immediately after it released. So that was kind of like, whew, I'm saved by the bell, I guess. And I was fine with it. But the other one kept being in stock, and I believe it's still in stock. Let me do a check. Oh, I'm sorry. It's really early for me, but I'll get into that later. Yeah, it's still in stock. Gosh, I swear I don't know what to do. That's still in stock. And, you know, initially I was like, no, I'm not going to get anything. But then when we factor in all of these tariff situations, I'm like, okay, but what if maybe I can go again over my limit of 20 and maybe use these next couple of weeks to build my stash a little bit, because we don't know about the situation. Like, we know that the ones that they have in-house, like there's not going to be any changes applied to that. But we never know about the next releases. If you know, it's gonna be, if this is gonna be like a TikTok thing where, yeah, it came back minutes after. I mean, not minutes, but you know what I mean, immediately after. Or if this is going to be a silly man doing his tantrums. And did you notice how I am avoiding saying his name, but then when you say tantrums, if you pronounce it a little bit different, that was Nikki, and that was not planned. But yeah, this just old man, a felon, he's a felon, right? Something like that, I don't know. I just don't want my hobby to be affected. And of course, it's more than just my hobby. I know it. I understand that. But, I think that not being from the US and being from a country where many things are actually manufactured and many things are, made here. And of course, we have stuff that is also imported from the US that is imported from China. It's impossible not to be somewhat associated with it. But, for other things, it doesn't worry me that much. But it does for this hobby because the quality diamond paintings that I like, the license work and all that, it comes from an American company. And also the few small shops that I've tried, not all of them, but some of them are also in the US and are going to be directly affected by this whole situation. And it just breaks my heart, for all the small shop owners. If I could, I would buy everything from everyone right this moment, but alas, I cannot. So what I was thinking, and there's also the option, there are companies that have drop shipping, like Jaded Gem Shop, which would mean that, the diamond painting doesn't even get into the US. It comes straight to your house from the manufacturer, if you're outside of the US. And I also thought about that, like how if the tariff situation becomes too much, I can start purchasing from small diamond paintings. But just as I was saying in the Discord, is like, yes, that is something that I definitely can do. But it's a little bit tricky because even though I'm in a position where I can buy diamond paintings, and right now I could go buy a few without it affecting me, affecting my wallet or putting me in an unstable financial position or any of that, I also have to recognize that I am from another country. I am from Mexico, and I live with Mexican wages, and Mexican wages are very, very different compared to the ones in the US. Like, even if I have a very good earning, Mexico speaking, like, me and my boyfriend, we have a good earning, and that's what allows me to finance this hobby. If I were to have this income in the US, I would be low income, simply because of the difference in the cost of living and all of that. Simply my rent, I know that a rent for the city that I live in and for the size of my apartment and the location of my apartment, I know that in the US, that could be up into 2000s. And we pay not even $500. But that just tells you kind of like the difference in wages that we have over here compared to the US, just how different that is. And I also have to factor that in because for me, purchasing a few diamond paintings, percentage wise, if we compare it to my income, the difference with that is vastly, the percentage of my wages that would go to diamond painting is bigger than if I were in another country with higher wages. So even purchasing from small shops, typically small shops are pricier than Diamond Art Club, and that is completely understandable because these small shops are usually run by a few people, sometimes one person, aka Jaded Gem Shop, and everything. And since they're not manufacturing these huge amounts of hundreds of kits of a single design and all that, it's definite. Where's my color? Oh my god, did I do a wrong color? What am I doing? Okay, this doesn't go here. This goes here. Oh, I don't know. A color was outside its intended place, like on my foamy thingy in this thing, and I lost it for a second. But yes, what I was saying is that is completely understandable. And because, especially because these small shops also legally license, and it's a different thing. but for me, it's a steeper price. And for me, is more of a sacrifice to, I have to really plan those purchases. So my idea with this whole tariff situation was to maybe right now purchase from those small places. And once me working on my diamond paintings, like the diamond paintings that I already have and those that I, hypothetically get to buy. And wait a second. Okay, back to where I was. I received a request for an appointment, so I had to jump into it. What I was saying is that, while I work on my current stash, I can work for, I would say, a couple of months, because depending on the size of the diamond painting and depending on, there are times where I get to finish a lot of diamond paintings, mostly because I finished them almost, I did a big chunk of that diamond painting in particular the month before. So the finish of that diamond painting is like during the first few days of the new month. So that allows me to have like the rest of the month to finish more diamond paintings. And also because I have recently done kind of smaller paintings, and I still have some of the smaller paintings, but I also have pretty big ones, to be honest. I have a few that are pretty big. So in all, I was thinking, I can get to do that. I can get to work on those for a few months without, of course, purchasing anything at all. And by the time, month by month, week by week, save some money, like save a specific amount, so that by the time I am starting to run low from those diamond paintings, I already have the funds to get more and get them from a small shop, knowing that yes, they're gonna be pricier, but I'm gonna be supporting them in the best way that I possibly can. I don't know, it's just a weird thing. It is a strategic thing, and it really pains in my heart that I cannot help more the small shops, because, for example, I know that Jaded Gem Shop does this type of drop shipping situation. But I would really like to know if there's other companies that are going to be doing this. If anyone knows anything about it, please let me know down below, because I would really like to open my eyes towards it. I think that a good option for me, now that I'm thinking about it, and I don't know why I had not thought about this before, was to purchase things from Orloa. To my understanding, they're in Canada, right? I'm not sure. But yeah, Orloa was not an option that I had considered. I've never gotten anything from them, but I've seen some pieces that I am really excited to get. Unfortunately, the ones that I really love right now are out of stock. So, it could be time where I prepare and wait for those to be on stock, or for releases that I really love, because there have been some releases that I've been loving, really, but I never get to it. I never get to actually purchase something from them. So that would be, I want to create sort of like a game plan where I am still fueling my hobby, but at the same time, I want to support small companies. And as I said, it really breaks my heart that I cannot support more small companies, because I know that those are the ones that are going to be taking it the roughest. But yeah, this whole thing, as I said, hopefully it's more of like a TikTok thing where, people who are, I get it. It's a very big social media, and it became a huge thing for many people in their to-go social media, that for them replaced like Instagram or YouTube or whatever. But I know the addictive qualities that it has, and I'm a person who gets very kind of addicted and sort of obsessed with stuff really quickly. So I never really dove 100% into it. I remember that when I started this channel, and I was posting like these shorts and reels on Instagram. I also started posting them on there, but it was just like too much to do. I was not engaging, and yeah, for me it was kind of like not worth it. And I think that at least in my view, the point, or the way that TikTok works is for, you know, virality, because it's easier to become viral and to get a lot of followers and stuff. But it was too much for me. That was a bit overwhelming, so I stuck to only YouTube and you know, the regular videos and the shorts, and with Instagram with the posts and just the reels, which I am behind on posting. I don't know what it is that I'm always really behind. Like I have let me see, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 diamond paintings that I have completely finished and that I haven't posted one single picture of them. I sometimes forget, and I am such a procrastinator. I have issues. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, I think. But yes, it's complicated. How are you guys dealing with it? Like, is there anything in your game plan so far that you want to sort of find a way to tackling this? I keep brainstorming and trying to think of ideas. But yeah, you guys, something right now that I just remembered to check the time for the appointment that I have. It's in like 10 minutes, so I have a little bit to diamond painting here. But I just remembered something that I've been wanting to tell you for a few weeks now, that I wrote it in my note, but for some reason it never comes up. And I just ignore it. I got a 2-star review in my appointments online. Like the appointments that I do are online, they can leave a review, and all of the reviews that I have are 5 stars. Right now I have about 30 something, I think 31 or 32, like the low 30s pretty much. But when I got this particular review, it was about, I don't know, I would say a month ago. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. But by then I had like 20-ish, like mid-20s, I think, in reviews. And I suddenly, like every time that I get a review, I get a message on my on the app, as if the patient had sent me a message, but it's not. It's like them putting a review, and that it just sends it itself that way so that I am aware of the review that was made. And yeah, I saw that it was a 2-star review, and I was like so stressed out because, you know, I was afraid of seeing it, because I didn't know if it was going to be just the 2-star review, or if it was going to be like the 2-star review with, you know, actually a comment or a description of what was going on. And the first one, honestly, the first option of just having the 2-star review without any context to it is scarier, because which was not the case, but if that had been the case, then it leaves me wondering, like, what was it about the whole situation that made you give me a 2-star review? Because I try to be very, I try to listen. I try to explain everything to the best of my ability. I understand the frustration. Like, I am a spoonie. I am a chronic illness person. So I know how dismissive doctors are. Like, I'm a doctor, but I cannot deny, and I absolutely accept the faults that the medical system has. And it's not only in the US, it's everywhere. It's like this sort of weird mentality, whatever. My point is, I was like, okay, you know, it's not that I don't think someone can give me a 2-star review. Like, everybody's perception of things could be completely different, and they have the right to leave a review however they see fit. But like, give me context, give me an explanation for me to be aware of whatever it was that you didn't like. Because if it's like a 4 review, or it's like, okay, that's still great. If it's a star review, it's like, oh man, it was not something outstanding, but it was not a bad situation. But 2 stars, 1 star, all those, I would really struggle. And so far, that's the only 2-star review that I have. All the rest of the reviews that I have are 5 stars. But I went into it and I got so exasperated because the 2-star review was not even something related to like me personally. Like they left a review for me that maybe should have been that is more for the entirety of the system and the way that the app works and the platform works. But still, she was complaining about something about the prescription, not about the medication, but about some type of formatting that we do the prescriptions in. But it's like, lady, that is information that is given to you when you are actually doing the request for the appointment. That is information that you ignored then, because this is all right there in front of your eyes. And it's not something that's hidden. It's not something that's, in very, very small, tiny letters. Like, no, it's in bold letters with asterisks and all that. Like, it states like the prescription, blah, 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 blah. But well, at least I know that it was not like a me thing. So I was able to not think about it really pretty much instantly. If it had been something about, as I said, if they had not given any sort of comment at all and had left me hanging like 2 stars but no context to it, I would have spiraled. My anxiety would have gone 20,000 100,000,000 miles an hour, and that would have been bad. That would have like just crushed my confidence, at least for the next appointments. But no. So I rest, what would be the word? I don't know. I'm okay with it. Like, it's fine. And I was afraid that it was going to make me not get as many appointments as I usually get, as many patients that as I usually get. But so far it seems that it's not been the case. I think that because when you send the request to the patient, they can see your profile and they can read all of the reviews that somebody else left. So I guess that they could see past it. And I also guess that they're like, lady, this is on the page when you request the appointment. Come on. So it ended up being nothing, I guess. But at the moment, it was kind of stressful. Definitely stressful. So I'll take a break. I don't know for how long I've been recording, really. But yeah, I'll take a break to have my appointment, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that break was longer than I initially intended. So I completely lost. Like, I just started and I completely lost what I was gonna say. Oh my god. Yeah, that was longer than intended. I had the appointment and then I was doing some researching and a few things that I had forgotten that I had to do, but we're good to go. I don't think I really have that much to say. The week was kind of like uneventful, kind of, yeah. Overall, my week was a bit weird because I had a very couple of strong flare-ups. I spent 2 days like completely knocked out entirely, and not consecutive days, which is really weird because usually whenever I need to like rest, like bed rest a lot, sometimes it's just like 24 hours, sometimes it's a little more, but usually it's continuous, but I guess it was not at the time this time, and that's good. I mean, I am already at the point where I completely understand, well, not completely understand, I understand the fluctuations. I understand the way that everything, like, I kind of know what I can expect from different days, different situations and all that. So I'm just hoping that this week is going to be a nicer week, regarding the way that I physically feel. But I doubt it. At least I know that I have to take advantage of these next few days because I am about to start the last section of my menstruation period stuff, because I got my crampings yesterday, and that is something that I'm really like, I'm a clock. I am down to the hour pretty much. So I have 10 days before I actually start my period, like, the active bleeding of it. And I'm sorry if I'm being too graphic. I don't know. I don't care. But I have a couple of days that it's going to be better. Like, I'm going to be like at my peak, if such thing exists. And then it's going to come a full week of me not able to stop eating everything in my sight. So I have to be as productive as I can in these few days that I have available. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing after I finish recording this WIP and chat and editing and uploading it is I'll be going to the my forwarding address place where I go to pick up my stuff, because I got a recent order from Dominar Club. Did I mention? I don't think I mentioned it. No, I think last week I hadn't got them. I haven't purchased them yet. I don't even know. I don't remember. Or had I? I don't know, but they got here on, what day was it? On Friday, about 3 p.m. or something. And then, no, on Thursday. They got here on Thursday, and I was going to go pick them up on Friday. But on Friday, I was not feeling great. I was feeling really, I did not trust in myself to be able to drive because of, how dizzy and all of the symptoms that I had. So I said, okay, I'm going to go and get those the next day, which is a Saturday. And on Saturday, my plan was to go first to HEB, first to Costco, and then to the forwarding address, because they're kind of like in the same route. But I forgot. I honestly forgot, and I ended up being, and I think it's because I ended up being super, super overwhelming by just the sheer amount of people that Costco had. And I went at a very, very inappropriate time, because if I want to go on a weekend, I usually go like right as they open, and that makes it easier. But I didn't go right as they opened, so I had to struggle. But I ended up so overwhelmed by all of it that I just forgot. I remember that I got home and I was like, oh no. And by the time that I realized this, it was going to be 3 p.m. already. And on Saturdays, they close at 3. So yeah, it was impossible. I didn't even try. I didn't even attempt it. I was already, as I said, too overwhelmed. And I said, okay, it's fine. I can go on Monday. It's not something like super, super urgent. And it's not super, super urgent. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right now. As I said, I'm going to finish recording this, editing, uploading, and shower. I really need to shower before I leave. And I'm going to go get my packages. And I think that I'm going to be kitting one of those up maybe even today. I'm not going to start it yet because of reasons. You're going to know why. Well, let me tell you. It's because of an event. I got an Ivy Delamore, and I already have one from Ivy Delamore. I only have one in my current stash, like the stash that I have here at home, but it's a Christmas one, and I might still do it, but I want to do that one as well, the one that I ordered. And you're going to be able to see it very soon in an unboxing, because that's what I'm going to do after getting the diamond paintings. I'm going to unbox them, and I think I'm going to be doing the kitting up of the one that I want to use for the event. Although it might be counterproductive, because I think that once I kit it up, I will be wanting to start on that right away. So I guess I'll decide. I decide along the way what it is that I want to be doing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. For once again, as you always do, listen to my nonstop rambles, because whoopsies, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. What is going on with me? I am not able to get that. Like, maybe I'm pressing the drills too much, so they're just popping off of my tweezers. But yeah, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. And don't forget to keep on diamond painting. Bye bye.